Have you ever felt like you're walking a different path? Like the road you're on is steeper, the challenges are bigger, and the storms seem to gather right over your head? You might feel isolated, misunderstood, or even wonder if you've done something wrong. But what if I told you that these very struggles are not a sign of punishment, but a mark of a profound purpose? What if these are signs that you are, in fact, dangerously anointed by God? The term dangerously anointed might sound intense, but it simply means your calling is so potent, your purpose so significant, that it poses a threat to the plans of the enemy. It means God has placed something so powerful inside of you that you become a target. But don't be afraid. The one who anointed you is also your ultimate protector. Today, we're going to explore the signs that you carry this powerful anointing. This isn't about pride or ego. It's about understanding the spiritual reality you live in, so you can stand firm in your calling. The first sign, and perhaps one of the most common, is that you face intense and often unexplainable opposition. It seems like for every step you take forward, you're pushed 3 steps back. You start a new project, and suddenly, everything that can go wrong does. You try to build healthy relationships, and you're met with jealousy, betrayal, or misunderstanding. It's not just a bad day or a string of bad luck. This is strategic spiritual warfare. Why? Because the enemy sees the potential in you. He sees the kingdom impact you're destined to make. Look at the life of David. Before he was king, he was a shepherd boy. But the moment he was anointed by Samuel, his life changed. He faced a literal giant Goliath, and then spent years on the run from a jealous King Saul who wanted to destroy him. David's anointing made him a target. If you feel constantly under attack, especially when you're trying to do what is right and pursue God's will, take heart. It's a sign that you carry something worth fighting against. The enemy wouldn't waste his time on someone who poses no threat. Your opposition is a testament to the magnitude of your destiny. The second sign you're dangerously anointed is that you have a deep, unshakable hunger for God's presence. It's more than just a Sunday morning routine for you. You crave time in prayer, in worship, in His Word. You might feel like you can't get enough. While others are satisfied with a surface-level faith, you are always digging deeper, asking harder questions, and seeking a more intimate relationship with the Father. This spiritual hunger is the fuel for your anointing. It's what keeps you connected to your source of power. Think of Moses, who would spend 40 days and 40 nights on the mountain with God. He wasn't satisfied with just receiving the commandments. He wanted to know God Himself, to see His glory. This deep desire for intimacy with God set him apart. If you find yourself prioritizing God's presence above all else, if your heart aches for more of Him, it's because He is drawing you closer to pour more of Himself into you. This sacred hunger is a clear indication that you are set apart for a special purpose. A third powerful sign is that you possess an unusual level of discernment. You can often see beneath the surface of situations and people. You might sense when something is off, even if you can't logically explain why. You can perceive hidden motives, recognize spiritual atmospheres, and distinguish truth from deception with a clarity that others may lack. This isn't just being cynical or suspicious. It's a spiritual gift. The Apostle Paul prayed for the Philippians that their love may abound more, and more in knowledge and depth of insight, so that you may be able to discern what is best. This gift of discernment is crucial for someone who is dangerously anointed. Why? Because the path you walk is filled with subtle traps and clever deceptions. God gives you this spiritual radar to protect you and to guide you. It helps you navigate complex relationships, make wise decisions, and avoid snares the enemy has set for you. If you often have a strong gut feeling or a spiritual check in your spirit about things, don't ignore it. It's God's early warning system, equipping you for the high-stakes journey He has called you to. The fourth sign is that you feel a profound sense of isolation, even when you're surrounded by people. You might feel misunderstood by friends, family, or even your church community. Your vision seems too big, your faith too radical. People may tell you to be more realistic or to tone it down. This can be one of the most painful parts of the journey, but this season of isolation is not for your harm. It's for your preparation. God often separates those he is about to elevate. He uses this time to strip away your reliance on the approval of others and to teach you to depend solely on him. Look at Joseph. His own brothers betrayed him, and he spent years isolated in a foreign land, in prison. But it was in that isolation that God shaped his character, tested his integrity, and prepared him to save a nation. If you feel lonely in your calling, know that you are in good company. God is using this quiet season to do a deep work within you, forging you into a leader who hears his voice above all others. A fifth sign is that you repeatedly go through cycles of death and resurrection in different areas of your life. This means you experience devastating losses, the death of a dream, a relationship, a career only, to see God bring something new and even better out of the ashes. It's the principle of the seed falling to the ground and dying before it can produce fruit. This process is painful and confusing. You may wonder why God would allow you to build something just to see it torn down. But each cycle is building your resilience, deepening your faith, and increasing your capacity. You learn that your source is not the job, the relationship, or the ministry. Your source is God alone. He is teaching you that he is the God of resurrection. The Apostle Paul said he was hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed. This is the testimony of the dangerously anointed. Your life becomes a living testament to God's power to restore, redeem, and resurrect. Sign number 6. You carry a burden for others. You can't just stand by and watch people suffer. Your heart breaks for the lost, the broken, and the hurting. You find yourself praying for strangers, moved with compassion to serve, and feeling a deep responsibility to bring God's light into dark places. This is the heart of God beating within you. Nehemiah was a cupbearer to a king, living a comfortable life. But when he heard that the walls of Jerusalem were broken down and his people were in distress, he wept, fasted, and prayed. He couldn't rest. That divine burden compelled him to leave his comfort zone and take on a monumental task. If you feel a persistent holy discontent with the status quo and a deep driving compassion for others, that is your anointing calling you into action. It's the call to be a restorer, a healer, a carrier of hope. Finally, the 7th sign you're dangerously anointed is that you walk in unmerited favor. Despite all the opposition, doors open for you that shouldn't. You get opportunities you didn't even ask for. People in high places are moved to help you for no apparent reason. This is the grace and favor of God going before you, making a way where there is no way. Esther, an orphan, found favor with the king and became queen. This wasn't just about her beauty. It was divine positioning. God placed her there for such a time as this to save her people. This favor is not for your personal gain. It's a kingdom resource. It's God giving you the influence, the platform, and the resources you need to fulfill your assignment. When you experience these moments of supernatural favor, recognize it as God's hand, confirming your calling and equipping you for the work ahead. If these signs resonate with you, don't be overwhelmed. Be encouraged. Your journey is not a mistake. The opposition, the hunger, the isolation, the cycles of death and resurrection, it's all part of the process. God is forging you, shaping you, and preparing you for a purpose that is far greater than you can imagine. Your anointing is a threat to the kingdom of darkness, but you are held in the hands of an all-powerful God. Stand firm. Keep seeking his face and embrace the high calling he has placed on your life. You were made for this. Thanks for watching today. If this message spoke to your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that will empower you on your faith journey. Let me know in the comments which of these signs you've experienced the most. God bless you.